Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Xbox Nation. Thanks for coming to hang out with us tonight, Wednesday, the 24th, about 10 after 8 Eastern time, that is. I got like a full party going tonight. I was supposed to have Next Gen in, but it looks like he's battling it out on his favorite PlayStation 4 game, Street Fighter 5, and doesn't have time for us. So you go razz him a bit for that. Pony in full effect over there. Anyway, I got
That was fucked up, crap. That was fucked up.
who?
I didn't think you had. I don't even think you invited him.
Oh, I
You
invited
probably
him.
didn't invite him.
I DM'd him too. I was like, "Get the hell off that PS4 and hop in there, bitch!" And I said it just like that. He'll even tell you. All right, I got Iron Wolf here with me. I got Rand Al Thor, and if you guys don't know who he is, he does the TXR podcast, and he also does Crossfire podcast with Mooch on Fridays, and he's also closing in on a million gamer score. He's that guy. Yeah.
Well, thanks, Crap.
No problem. You actually, I like your take on a lot of this stuff, and you're pretty insightful. So, I asked you to come hang out for a while, and you said okay. So I'm happy about that. Thank you very much. And we got Nancy here as always. What's up, Nancy? How you doing?
I'm doing well.
And we got Too Much Food here. What's up, bro?
What's going on, bro?
And we got Mooch here. I know all the Mooch maniacs were like, hey.
I tried grabbing the maniacs. I hope they're all here.
Yeah. Oh, they should be, man. Or if they're not, they will be soon. Yeah, exactly. And so for those
I
of you
know
that
all my peasants are here.
Oh, is Jordan and Fox here? What's up, Jordan and Fox?
All my
You guys are
peasants are here.
And everybody else watching?
I'm a princess. They follow.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I could use all the followers you have. I wanted to kind of jump right in since I got like a full docket and we were kind of going over this stuff a little bit pre-show. Tomorrow is the big Windows 10 Xbox One event. This is the thing. A lot of people are under the misconception that this is going to be live streamed. There's no live stream for this. In fact, no news at all is going to leak out tomorrow because all of the people that are going are big name news people, and they're under an embargo, a very strict embargo until March 1st. So they're not allowed to talk about anything. They have to like gather up all their information that they hear, and then they can't post or publish anything about what happened or talk about what happens until March 1st. So that's quite a damn embargo in my opinion. What's your guys' thoughts on this? Just like go around the room and see what you guys think.
I've just been hearing a lot that they're pretty much bringing out something big, obviously, and that's why they're going over like in overdrive when it comes to this embargo. They're going to go a little extensive with it, and I think they might just reveal something honestly for once that all of us we can't even predict, because usually we could predict one or two things. Mooch might nail something, Zaire might get something right, but I think this time it's going to be so big that we're not even going to be able to fathom. It's going to be something that was way low key, like way on the radar.
I don't know about that, Food, because to be honest with you, if they were going to reveal something big, they would have live streamed this, and we could have seen this on the Xbox Live Event app itself. And if you're an Xbox fan and you're looking forward to this event, by all means do so. But like, just please lower your expectations and keep it at a minimal. You're not going to get no new game announcements. You're not going to get free Xbox Live. You're not going to get Groove membership. We'll get previews of games that are coming all the way up to E3 and nothing beyond that. We'll get previews of Killer Instinct Season 3, Quantum Break, Fable Legends, Gigantic, Cuphead. You get nothing beyond that. The event itself is more Windows 10 focused in my eyes.
Yeah, it will be. You're right about that.
Anyway, they'll talk about their ecosystem and how cross-buy and cross-saves are so convenient. And they're probably, you never know, they may announce that whole feature where you could stream your PC games or your Steam games on your Xbox One. And I don't know if you guys, already talked about this in previous shows, but that Steam-powered Xbox.com domain, people are talking about that, and it's it's
apparently they've been doing work on it, but that's owned by Steam.
Which is strange because Steam in itself, aren't they like having a rocky relationship? Am I right? They don't like Microsoft that much.
They've owned that. All right, so they've owned that domain since the original Xbox days when they published Half-Life 2. That was the domain for any customer service to help with Half-Life 2. It's a domain that's existed for a while. Yeah, there's activity on it. Maybe it means Left 4 Deads are coming to backwards compatibility and they got to redo something with the domain itself, but nothing's coming between that. I mean, like I said,
Yeah.
it's a holdover from the OG Xbox. Like if you go look it up on like Google, you'll find it. As far as the event itself, I agree with Iron. Like it's strictly they're showing off all their spring lineup. So there's a shit ton of games, unreleased games, they're going to be there. That's the reason for the embargo. I was told the embargo was for all the press, so the press can have ample time to play all the games, can write up all their articles, so they're not in a rush, and then everybody can post it at a fair time. Otherwise you'd have people trying to be first to get out their first impression of Recore or their first impression of whatever game. Because it's like a day-long event. There's so many games there. They're probably also going to be showing off the next preview update. Rumor has it that the Twitch party chat feature is hitting extremely soon. Whether I could see them kind of demoing that to some of the press. But as like a big announcement, like, wouldn't you wait for E3 for a big announcement? We're only like 4 months away from E3.
I agree with you.
Like if you do something like that at E3, then you're risking to have like PlayStation try to take the the spotlight.
What announcement would you think would be that they could do that's big enough to actually have its own event? Like, are you just talking like PC to Xbox streaming? Because I don't really think that's a big thing.
Well, I'm not sure either, but like a couple weeks ago, I think it was Eevee Leaks that says he knows for a fact that there's something huge that's going to happen at this event, and it's so big that he doesn't want to like ruin it. Like, so he's just holding on to the info, and he's just going to let everybody find out at the same time that the public finds out. So it has to be something big. It just has to be big that when someone who reports leaks doesn't want to leak the leak, I feel like it's going to be big.
Or he just doesn't know what it is, so he's trying to drum up interest in it.
Yeah.
I mean,
quite possible.
Well, I don't know if you guys know, but I read some stuff on Reddit and something, they're all rumors at the end of the day. Going back to that domain thing, I'm hearing that it could be a possibility where you could link your Xbox Live and Steam account together, so you could combine, your achievements together. Now, Rand, I know you can approve of that. The more achievements, the better.
You're right, exactly.
Yeah. So if that's the case, I'm all for it.
That's a big deal too. That's
Hey,
awesome.
let me say this real quick, and then I know Mooch is chomping at the bit to get in there. I can hear him. Like we have this mind link. I can tell.
Well, I was trying to get in here, but it was cut off already.
Okay, go
and I was
ahead.
pretty fucked up. No, I'm done. I'm not even going to talk right now.
It's a panel talk.
No, I'm tired of being cut off by low-life pieces of shit. Think they're better than somebody else. So I'll wait until everybody else is done.
Okay.
All right, Mooch.
Anyway, what? Hold on. Let me just say real quick what I wanted to say, which is I don't think that there's going to be huge announcements because it's not live streamed. You know what I mean? They're just going to show, and Aaron Greenberg has tweeted out that it's just going to be to talk about their spring lineup, nothing past that point. So, like, I think, like myself originally, I thought that maybe this was going to be something like they're going to do the big announcement, every game coming to PC, but I don't think they're going to do that if they're only talking about their spring lineup. You know what I mean? And a lot of people are like, well, the Steam stuff has. That's why, Rand. That's one of the reasons I asked you on this one was because, you were talking about this. You know about this site. Like everybody's like, oh my God, they're going to get Steam games. And to me, that doesn't make sense because they're different ecosystems. Yeah. Steam has their own achievements. Microsoft and Windows 10 has their own achievements, and that's tied to Xbox. How would you mix up the two? Like
it makes zero business sense when you think about it. The whole Quantum Break thing is to get people accustomed to the Windows 10 store. Steam is a competitor to the Windows 10 store. Microsoft doesn't want, why would Microsoft allow you to stream a game from Steam to the Xbox or allow any sort of Steam capabilities on the Xbox? It doesn't make any sense, financially at all.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mooch. I know you're chomping.
Yeah, no, I mean myself personally, just on the whole debate of this, I'm a little disappointed because, I don't think we're gonna get anything big out of it. And if you asked me this 4 weeks ago, I was kind of excited. I was like, oh, this is gonna be. I'm with Rand. I'm with Iron Wolf on the fact that I didn't even think 4 weeks ago we would learn anything new. As far as games went, I knew we weren't going to see it. E3 is just too close, and E3 is the big show, right? You don't ruin the big show. So I didn't think it was going to be anything like that, but I thought what we would do, and crap, you'll like to hear this, but I thought we were going to get some features. I really thought we were going to start to see some features. The one that I'm drooling for is family sharing. whatever it is. I don't know how they'll implement it, and I won't even start to speculate on it. But if we can get back into that, that was exciting. The idea of I recently did the stream last week, and I'll tell you something. That's a lot of fun. I realize that a lot of my just Twitter. I go by Twitter audience more than I go by my YouTube audience. My Twitter people are always like, "Geez, we'd like to hear you just play a game." But I wouldn't mind having a bunch of people in there and just hearing conversation, hearing what's going on. It is exciting. I think that is something that should come. I hope we do get it this week. It's something I'd like to experiment with in the future. But at the same time, I don't think we're going to get a whole lot out of this week, and that's a bit of a bummer. It is smart with the embargo. That's a very smart thing because I don't know if it was Iron Wolf or Rand that said it, but one of you knocked it out of the park when you said that give the media time to digest the game.
Where they're not trying to rush out the story.
Rand said that. He's very intelligent.
Rand,
He's very intelligent for saying that. I agree with him on that.
Yeah, well, one of the biggest things Microsoft has messed up with this generation is they do these things, right, and then people are just allowed to go rush the story to print or to whatever they do nowadays, and then
you're right, Crap, because they don't even look at what's going on. They just go, oh, I heard this, and I'm just going to print it. They don't actually look at the game, play the game, to know what it's about, to actually give their true criticism of a game.
Yeah. Now I do think we might get a Gears 4 beta date.
That's cool.
A lot of Coalition are actually at the event, so I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I mean, for the people out there who say, because I saw this, I was having a discussion with Tick podcast earlier.
Yeah, I saw.
And they were like, the Microsoft doesn't really run embargoes. I'm like, no, they do quite a bit. They just ran an embargo for Quantum Break previews. So all the previews could, come. I mean, the April, what was that, a couple weeks ago? But it was embargoed. Like all these game companies, they get together, they play it, and then they're embargoed to a certain date. I mean, they do it all the time. Like this isn't anything new. I mean, I get why people are like, I want a Megaton, right? Like I want something because whether you care about the Quantum Break thing being a PC or don't, it seems like there hasn't been a lot of big Xbox news, and I mean, that's fine. It's February. We only got a couple more months to wait till to E3. Yeah. I mean, that's the way I see it. It's like people just want more news. I just need something and maybe we'll get it. Maybe Food's right. Maybe that guy knows something that we don't. Or maybe it's just there's 30 games here. Obviously, you can't play 30 games that fast. So you have multiple people play them. You get time to play them, get time to digest them, write your reviews, get them all ready so everybody can publish them on March 1st. And then March 1st happens, and it'll be Xbox news. You'll have more Xbox news than you could possibly want. Because it'll just be from every site on the internet,
I'm hearing that one of the things we may hear about, this is just a little birdie that kind of DM'd me, and they said this, you got to take these things with a grain of salt. But it did make sense. That we may finally hear Microsoft make a statement that their games, first-party games, and maybe they may even throw, a wild card out saying some third party. But I think from now on, guys, as far as Microsoft's concerned, I think we're going to get, DX12 support here built from the ground up. And the one thing I asked Larry Herb was I said to him, Larry, can you literally stamp with a seal of approval that Quantum Break is 100% DX12? And his words were, I'm not going to put any words in his mouth, Rand, I think you were there. He said basically, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure. Meaning that I think where we are is we finally turned the corner, everybody. We finally turned that corner. We've gotten to the point where no more of the secret sauce bullshit. Now the sauce is right in front of you. The proof's in the pudding. You're going to be playing it. It's why you're seeing these amazing graphical capabilities on Quantum Break. I think that's why Phil took the time and the Coalition took the time this week to tweet out to the millions of people following them that basically we saw a graphical superiority in Gears of War 4. That may be something now. I don't know if you guys want to shoot this down or not, but if I'm going to throw a volleyball up in the air, maybe we'll see that 1 minute snippet of what Phil saw that really showed the graphical superiority of the Xbox One on Gears of 4. Now, don't get me wrong, you're probably all saying, no, Mooch, you're crazy, that's an E3 special, we're holding that. Yes, of course, they're going to want to do a 5 to 10 minute demo on stage of Gears for E3, but a 1 minute sampler just gets your, that's almost
even
like when you're starving to death.
The 30-second one, just to say, hey, see this clip, 30 seconds? 30 seconds is a long time when you're watching something like that.
Yeah,
we're supposed to get the beta this spring anyway. I mean, so it would make a good time to actually kind of bring that out. Also, even though I I can't really talk about it, but it was a tweet from Lionhead themselves when somebody asked if the Xbox One version of Fable Legends was DX12, and they said yes. So we can stop the speculation on that. Lionhead Studios themselves confirmed that through the updates on that, which there was a big update. So I'm not sure if it was built from the ground up on Xbox One or they updated that.
Yeah.
But there was a rather large update recently for that, and
you think we're going to start to see the things that Next Gen was talking about? I think, Crap, you and him both did a video back in the summer. You both did one right around the same time stating developers of past games. I think one was Batman Arkham Knight, and I don't remember the other one, so pardon me. Maybe The Witcher. Yeah, The Witcher. And they said they would go back and fine-tune it with DX12. Do you think maybe we'll see? And actually, just let me say one other thing. Just recently, when Dying Light the Following came out, they went to Techland, and they said, would you be using DX12? They said, we are currently not, but DX12 is in our office, and we've been tinkering with it. He said, does that mean that we won't go back? I can't say we won't go back and update the Xbox One with DX12, but he said, currently we're just playing with it. I can't say we have any definitive plans. So you guys see that maybe they'll go back and start tweaking some of these games and giving us a refresh?
Maybe. I mean,
possibility.
That's cool.
If it's a game that I think The Witcher runs really well on Xbox One as it is.
It does.
Yeah, so, I mean, I heard that Project Cars, didn't they say something about that too?
Yeah, they did.
Yes, that was also brought up.
I would hope that they do something like that. It makes sense to do that because as a gamer we would win, but I don't know if they would do that from a financial aspect because I believe they would still have to spend just a few more dollars to get all this done, and it would really be up to the developer or publisher.
Hey, I know we're all excited about API talk, right, guys? I mean, that really gets us going.
I'm with Food on this. There's no way they're going back. Killer Instinct is one of those things where it's a service. I mean, it's a yearly thing, so it makes sense for them to go back, spruce up the graphics. But, like, for any other game, I can't see a dev being like, hey, our game came out 2 years ago, let's spruce it up. Like, nah, they're not going to.
They're leaving it in the dust, and they're going to work on their next title.
Rand, you read my mind because that's a great segue. Killer Instinct Season 3, like the graphics have all been improved across the board for all the seasons, and they showed off the Tusk teaser today that goes into the new Arbiter trailer. They released that, and I'm just like completely psyched up for this game, like beyond belief. Just I like the way that they're doing it. I know a lot of people didn't, and I wasn't really a fan at first, but for me, I'll play the seasons, play the hell out of them for a while, and then I'll play something else, and then they'll come out with new characters, and then it brings you back. So I think it keeps you going back, and I actually like what they're doing. And then like the new characters, I thought Arbiter fits in very well with what they're doing. I think he looks great. Same thing with the Battletoad character. Who was it? Rash, I believe.
Yeah.
I played him last year. He really fits in well with that. I like what they're doing. I like that they keep it a little bit more serious. It's not like a Smash Brothers type thing. You know what I mean? Like I don't want it to be a parody of that. So I like how they're doing it with the more, kind of serious. You can still have, like, Rash. I mean, let's face it, it's, like, goofy shit anyway because it's got, like, a lava guy and all this other weird crap. But, like, don't make it too goofy. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of like where they're going with it now.
Make it exciting. Make it just as exciting as it is now, but just add more shit to it.
Yeah, do you guys hope to see, like, more characters guest starring, or do you guys think that they're...
Oh, definitely more characters.
They need Rom from Gears of War, man. General Rom, and I'm done.
Yeah, they need somebody from Gears of War.
They're taking baby steps, and I think that's the right thing to do, especially with a game that, when they launched this game, when they, like, relaunched it, I was kind of worried because I was thinking that's going to be hard for them to do. I feel like it was just a launch title, and we wouldn't hear about it, but here we are, 2016, and we're still talking about it. So the game clearly is a success, and I feel like they don't want to go overboard and kind of ruin that, so they're taking baby steps, and it's working out fairly fine. And like you said, Crap, I think Arbiter was a good addition. They're kind of taking steps towards kind of doing like Smash Brothers, but they're not being silly about it. They're not being goofy. So they're doing the right thing. They're giving us something different, and they're giving us a superior fighting game that actually works and has servers that work all the time flawlessly.
It's the best fighting game out there. Ain't nobody can say it's not. And that's facts.
Yo, that is a fact. And it's amazing what they were able to do with KI. Look, the game itself has evolved significantly. And with the graphical enhancements and the boost, you can really tell the difference. And unlike Street Fighter V, the world itself is pretty much alive. It's very dynamic. You see the vistas pop in. You see all kinds of explosions in the background. In Street Fighter V, they look pretty much flat.
Yeah,
It just looks stale to me. But that's just me. I don't know the way you guys see it.
I gotta say, I am thoroughly impressed with Killer Instinct. Like, if you would have told me before E3 when they announced that the Killer Instinct would be a highlight of the Xbox One, I would have laughed. Like, really? Killer Instinct? It was even a joke back in the day, you know. But like, credit to Double Helix, and obviously, well, they left, but I mean, they were the originators. It was really good then. Credit to Iron Galaxy. They've turned it into a I don't know how big it is now, but it's definitely like a cornerstone franchise.
They brought it a long way.
Yeah, and I know you play it a bit, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, Rand, I have to agree with you. What Iron Galaxy did, they really set the bar, and then Double Helix. Said Double Helix, they set the bar, and then Iron Galaxy took it to a whole different level. But they had to earn their. No, people were laughing at this game at Evo.
Well, yeah, exactly.
They had to earn their respect.
And it's a great game to watch.
And I never thought that one of the top 3 fighting games out there would be Killer Instinct. It's up there with like Mortal Kombat, definitely. I think, in my opinion.
I think I agree with Titanfall. I think it's the best fighter this gen. No, granted, fair. I haven't played Street Fighter V, so I can't say like I.
But I agree with you, Randy. Thank you. I appreciate that.
The fighting has been real small and it's been pretty dry, but like KI has made fighting games fun again.
Yeah, I do like KI. I do like fighting games. I'm not particularly good at them. I think I played Mortal Kombat 10 and Killer Instinct. I prefer Killer Instinct. As far as characters go, like they have to do all guest characters from here on out, crap, because like they pretty much used every character from Killer Instinct with Tusk and Kim Woo already confirmed for the season. The only ones they have left are the 2 bosses, Idol and Gargos. So I mean, like, from going on forward, it's either new original characters or guest characters.
I see them doing some new ones as well, though, because they've done really well with those so far. And I really enjoy it. And the reason why I enjoy it, Rand, is because I play, but I don't play a lot of Killer Instinct or fighting games online because it's a good way to get pissed off. But I like the fact that I can get achievements just like playing through the game. You know what I mean? I can just like play the story or this or that. And just like so many games. Like I was looking at the trophies on Street Fighter V or even Street Fighter 4 because I guess that was a Games with Gold game on 360. And so I was like, holy crap! I didn't even realize I had a Street Fighter game. I hadn't played one since Genesis. And I'm like sitting there looking at the achievements on that, and it's like do 1,000,000 triple backflips with every character, and then end the fight with the Hadouken, and then you get 5 gamer score. And I was like, holy shit! You know what I mean? I'm not gonna get any gamer score on this. You know what I mean? It's just like if you played through the story with a character, you should get some gamer score. It's like what don't they understand? Like I would never get Street Fighter V for the reason not only because I heard it's bad from what I understand, or maybe not bad, but there's a lot of issues and a lack of content, but also because the trophies are impossible to get. You know what I mean? Like I like getting those. I know it's cheap or whatever, but I know you understand what I'm talking about. But.
Are you talking about Street Fighter V?
Yeah.
Its trophies are not hard to get. I just got the game and I've got about 6 trophies in less than a half hour.
Yeah, but that's not like a ton of trophies. I mean, that's
in a half hour. I got 6 trophies.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, like I was trying to get to level 9 on PlayStation, right? And I'm like, man, I'm like 10 trophies away, right? Like I don't play a lot of PlayStation, but I was like, what games do I have that I can get that amount in? So I'm looking, I'm like, oh, there's PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. Now that game has easy trophies. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean?
But why do you want it easy, crap? Why don't you want a challenge? That's what gaming's about, a challenge. Man,
I'm in my 30s now. I don't got time for that.
Is there a downside to the graphical overhaul though? Because like I did read that they're only having 3 new stages for this season, when before they would give a new stage for each character.
You know what? I am a little bit disappointed with the only 3 new stages, but I will say that the lighting and everything, they look fantastic. So I'm hoping that. Do you think they'll add more later on? Do you think there'll be a season 4? I don't know.
Well, the what I had heard was they wanted a season of Killer Instinct for every year the Xbox One was out.
Yeah. What the hell are they going to do for characters?
I mean, who said General Ram from Killer Instinct or from Gears? I mean, Microsoft, you could bring in freaking Voodoo Vince if you wanted to. I don't know.
True.
They got plenty of choices. I mean, I know. Iron Wolf has that video. He's like, bring in Scorpion for Mortal Kombat. You could do a guest spot or something like that.
Hey, you know what? What's his name from the creator of Mortal Kombat? I forget. Boone. What's his name?
Ed
At
Boon.
Boone.
Ed Boon, he actually was suggested that. Like I could totally say, and you know what? Like it would make sense because, you know, that would absolutely make sense in my opinion because they're like friendly. You know, he's real good friends with who the hell is the guy that? Yeah, Ken Lobb, right? They're real good friends. So I could see that. Or like, you know how like I thought it'd be stupid, right? But I really like how they're doing it. And then like Mortal Kombat did it with like Freddy and Jason and those characters. So I could see it work out very well for them, especially if they want to keep going. And I hope that people support it.
Do you think they're in the right price? Like, because with Street Fighter being $60 and having as little content as any fighter, I guess, is Killer Instinct? Does Killer Instinct have the right pricing strategy? I mean, when you compare them to like, you know, you got Mortal Kombat, which was $60 plus like $30 DLCs. Killer Instinct's like $20 for the whole thing, you know, plus, or you could do individual. Like, what do you think is the right pricing strategy for fighters these days?
I think the KI, the model itself for that is on point. It's perfectly done, Rand. And one more thing, I don't mean to take no shots towards Street Fighter. Nancy, I know you like Street Fighter. I'm a big Street Fighter fan too, but just the free-to-play version of KI, right, has more modes than Street Fighter 5, and that's terrible.
But I think it's easy to pick on Street Fighter, this particular one, because they weren't like this overall. This is like the first game where it's just abysmal. But I agree with both ends of the perspective. Like, I think a $60 price point is good for a fighter if it's finished and it has all the content that was supposed to be there. Yeah. But I also think what Killer Instinct did was very fascinating and was there for people to see. If you liked it, then you can, you know, shell out the extra bit of dollars, and that's exactly what I ended up doing. Like, I got it at launch and it came for free because I went for launch and I tried it out that way. Yeah. And you know,
a question for I'm sorry to interrupt you, Food.
You're fine, man.
Because I'm as you guys can tell by my silence, I'm not big into. The last time I was really big into Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, and all that, I was like 14. Yeah. So like, I don't really do the fighting game thing.
He just called us all kids.
No. Well, we're all kid at heart, right? That's what we're doing here.
I agree with you. I'm not a big Mortal Kombat person.
Yeah, you know, if I wanted to get season 3 of Killer Instinct,
my bad.
That's all right.
There's
ladies and gentlemen.
I'm here.
Take a screen cap because this is the biggest panel,
what's
man.
up?
What's going on, Titanfall?
What's up, Z?
How much was Killer Instinct?
Just so you know, Zaire, you can't duck me in Street Fighter or KI. I'm gonna get you.
Say no more, baby.
I heard that.
Hey, I heard you beat King Pony.
Yeah, I was whooping his ass, but I couldn't fucking that fucking controller, man. I got fucking carpal tunnel or something. My fucking hands killing me.
Breaks your wrists.
Yeah, I was just saying. They think I was making a joke during a live stream. That controller got fucking cramps in my hand. I never had that before.
How many times do you hit that trackpad?
Yeah, exactly. You know what? And that's another reason I was fucking up on that thing. But what's today's topic? I'm going fast.
Man, well, we're talking about the Killer Instinct, the upgrades that are coming, and they showed off the new trailer for Arbiter and Tusk.
Yeah.
Can I just ask a question quickly? That graphical boost to KI, do you think that's DX12?
It should be. It's Microsoft's own IP. Should be.
Hey, you know what? Originally, I was a little bit disappointed when Double Helix, they signed on with Amazon, or Amazon bought them out. You know, I was like, oh man. I remember me and Next Gen were talking about. We were like, well, what's this mean? They did a really good job, and then out came Iron Galaxy, and they've knocked it out of the park.
Knocked it apart. I was saying the same thing. We were talking about. I was a little concerned about that because actually I was originally concerned because of Double Helix and their track record, with the other games. But they had Ken Lobb on board, and he really, it felt like Killer Instinct when you played it. For those of you that may have played it on the Super Nintendo or the Nintendo 64.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Just talking about that real quick, it looks like that was a bad deal for them getting bought out by Amazon, because if you look at it, Double Helix was really on fire at the start of the generation. They did Strider, which was really good, and then they did Killer Instinct, which was really good. And now since then they've done nothing.
They make a 99-cent games or some shit now.
Yeah, it's like really bad. You go from doing pretty good for yourself to doing next to nothing. But I think the upgrades on that looks fantastic. But I also wanted to talk a little bit about Xbox Live outages. People were like, nobody's talking about this, and I'm like, I did a video on it yesterday, folks.
The thing about this, let me just speak to this for a minute, because what is it? I want to know I'm a customer too, right? So I mean, I have a vote here. What is it we're complaining about? I mean, we had one day down that was severely down, And I agree, it was severely down. I could not get on. I couldn't do anything. Really, you couldn't do a goddamn thing when it was down the other day. But then everybody was like, shit hasn't been right since Valentine's Day or President's Day or Christmas. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong? Listen, this is you know what I mean, right?
That's a bunch of bull.
It's a bunch of shit. Listen, here's my thing. Everything is down, okay? I went to fucking Wendy's the other day. They're like, sorry, no nuggets at lunch. I'm like, fuck yourself. My point is this. You know, it doesn't. Everything is down.
You couldn't even do any banking online. That was down too.
Everything goes down once in a while. The point of the matter is, when Sony gets crippled, when Sony gets crippled like the way Microsoft does, it's days with a Z. Okay, people, it's days. So my point is just that, like, I don't understand. Listen, should we stand up? I do want to say this much. I was proud of Crap and people making a video, because you should make a video to make it apparent. If we all just sit there on our hands like PlayStation people do.
But is it really their fault, though? They're being attacked by...
That's the other thing. When you see it go down for that long, you do have to realize that if they have all these servers and they have different server camps and farms, you have to understand, they would have reverted us and we would have had our service back immediately. When you saw that it went down for over 12 hours or whatever the case may be, you know in Microsoft's case, that's got to be an attack or something's really wrong. So
there's a lot of people on Twitter. They were telling me that they couldn't even play Far Cry Primal.
You couldn't even go on YouTube.
I was trying to. I couldn't even do my favorite thing, which is Media Player, and it's
Media Player.
It's like do you own the
That's the only place you're at is Media Player. Every time I look.
I love it, man. I love it. That's because I live in
I think it was just it was taken out of proportion, because I mean, look. For what we spend, the $60 that we spend on that in a year, it was down for a day, from 12 hours to a day, right? And then there was like little outages for certain spots and certain services for like 5 days at most.
Yeah, people were writing to Phil Spencer, and they were like, "You're gonna pay for my kid's college tuition for this." Like, you know what?
And so it's so damn stupid that's like, this is how people are taking it. Like, why is it that when this happens, you know, once every year, because this happens once a year, and you know, it's not a big, or it's a huge deal, but PSN goes down every other month, and it's like,
because PSN is expected to be down and Xbox Live is not. There's a difference in the expected quality of both. Xbox Live is not supposed to be down. It's the perceived, you know, better service. So nobody bats an eyelash when PlayStation goes down, because, well, it's PlayStation, lol.
So what you're saying is that PSN set the bar low, and
Rand,
then
I think you'll agree that nothing's perfect in this world. Even the top, like company like Microsoft in the world, everybody has an issue once in a while.
No, I completely agree with you.
I really think it's an issue if they're being attacked by, you know, some...
Well, yeah, well, we don't know.
And they'll probably
some people have taken claim for it already. Some cyber hacker group has taken claim for bringing Xbox Live down. Some new hacker group.
I was just about to say that, Zaire. You know, maybe, and people don't realize they took a whole day and maybe an hour, half hour here and there to fix it, to protect us and our interest and our accounts and our personal life that's on there. And people don't see that.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
People don't see that.
Yeah, well, they got accused of just a DDoS thing, but DDoS doesn't make it so you need to put, you know, a disk in to do that. I mean, could possibly have been...
They had problems with their authentication servers, though. Yeah. It's just the way Xbox Live is. Like, everything was jumbled together because of the whole DRM stuff. They rebuilt Xbox Live to launch with it, and it's different from what they envisioned. So now you have the DRM stuff. Like, hey, Netflix requires a disc. Like, that's kind of ridiculous, but it's just the way it is, you know?
My achievements weren't even popping up for a while.
Well, I know people are going to give me shit, but...
I was getting a whole backlog of achievements, and Rand, you always know that's always a nice thing, right?
Well, it is. I always, when this happens, I don't play.
I don't either.
Because, like, it's not really worth it. I tried playing, it would constantly boot me out, but, like, achievement-wise, like I don't want it to fuck up, essentially. I already have a couple that are stuck.
I do too, for months or even a year. I have some.
And I know they always tell me, like, Ybarra tells me and Kramer tells me, like, hey, it'll eventually unlock. I'm like, okay, well, it's been a while. You know, I don't know if they will, but you know, if I have to, I'll go offline. Like, I'll just go into the settings. I'll switch it to offline mode, and if it's your home Xbox, everything will work perfectly fine offline. Digital, like everything, your discs, like, there's no issue. But I mean, that goes without saying. The Xbox One without Xbox Live is kind of useless.
Useless. It's a brick.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. I was kind of disappointed because lately I've gotten into the game sharing. Like my brother does a lot of digital games. And I've been getting more digital as well. So it was kind of cool that like we could share. So it was like when this happened, I couldn't do anything, and I was just like, okay, this literally is worthless at this point. And the worst part is Microsoft says nothing about it. That's what bothers me the most. Is
they're not going to acknowledge a DDoS attack though.
Yeah, I mean, but you know, they could at least say, "Hey, we're sorry, there's a problem." I know Phil did yesterday.
Yeah, he apologized, but some group has stepped up and what do you get out of that shit? I don't get it. But what is the maybe it's the world that we live in.
I've talked to people, Z, that are in the know and that, just in the people, where I work, and they're like, at this point, there's absolutely nothing. You can always revert to different servers, but there's almost nothing to counter a DDoS attack.
Yeah, because people think that a DDoS is like some form of hacking, but all a DDoS is server requests. Yeah, exactly.
Well, Amazon prevents that stuff all the time. Like these little kids, unless that's what they are. Like. Yeah. If you want to impress me by taking on a service, go take down Amazon. I want to see you try. You won't be able to do it, but it'd be impressive if you can.
I want to see him try Google.
Why? What does Amazon?
I want him to take down iTunes, man.
What does Amazon have that Microsoft doesn't?
Amazon has the best service for that. I mean, their entire business is built online. Their online has to be functioning. That's why you never see Amazon.
They are number one when it comes to data centers. I think Microsoft's right behind them.
They are. They have the second most, but nobody can touch Amazon's. Microsoft can't touch it.
Yeah, I think there is a bit. But so what do they gain by just hitting enter 95 times and sitting the? It's just I don't know. Maybe it's this day and age of these gamers. Are they gamers or what the fuck are they weirdos?
I don't know. But
they go to jail. They can be flogged.
Do you ever wonder how much money Microsoft loses out on the fact that if you can't access Xbox Live, that means you can't buy anything from it and you can't buy any microtransaction points? Like how much money it actually costs?
It's criminal.
I guess every minute that it's down, they're losing out of money.
How much? Millions? You think they lost out on millions?
Millions, yeah.
No, nobody's buying microtransactions from Halo 5. Nobody's buying games. Nobody's doing any. Look, Far Cry Primal was about to come out. People couldn't load it up. They couldn't play it. This is a brand new game. This obviously is going to hurt. If you look at what happened with Sony when their network went down in 2011, that was right around the time SOCOM 4 launched that week, right?
It killed that game.
Wasn't that 3 months long that it was down?
It was down a while.
Yeah, it was down for a couple of months. It killed the game, killed the developer. They closed down the developer.
Oh my god.
That basically ended that whole kind of 10-year situation. So I think that it's very detrimental. And apparently the reason they did it, I'm not going to glorify these guys or mention their names, but the reason they did it was to teach Microsoft a lesson and corporations a lesson because their security's not good.
That's what I understand about these people. Like, if they want to teach somebody a lesson, why don't they go teach people that, in other countries, that imprison people or pedophiles or something like that? But instead, they're like, yeah, fuck you, Quantum Break.
Yeah. You know what? I don't get it either. To me, it doesn't really make sense. I just wish that it really only affects the average people. Like I'm sitting there trying to cap footage on Plants vs Zombies to get my review out, and I can't do anything. You know what I mean?
Crap, just throw some off the internet of YouTube. Pull a crap
well, you know what? I would do that.
Zaire, that's not pulling a crap gamer. That's called pulling a naughty dog.
Yeah.
Oh shit! But we know Crap steals that shit. Come on, Crap.
I do. I love stealing that. But hey, that is a good segue. That is a good segue, Booch, because I know there's a lot of people that want to hear that. I've got a bunch of dislikes because they think that I'm going to talk shit on this, right? So Naughty Dog released this Uncharted 4 trailer this morning. Phenomenal trailer, amazing. I mean, this game looks class all the way. Like, I had no hype for this game. It's the reason I bought a PS4 in the first place, right? I have no hype for this game, but this story trailer gave me 100% hype. I'm really excited for it, right? Next thing you know, Naughty Dog's getting called out for using a stupid piece of artwork that was in Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, right? And it totally detracts. I guess kind of the way I detracted from the Quantum Break thing, same kind of deal. But
they did what? They took some Quantum Break?
This is what happened, right? No. Naughty Dog, one of the developers there, worked for Ubisoft, and he had this piece of artwork that was in Assassin's Creed 4, right? He reused the artwork, like brushed out the assassin that was in the photo, and they used it in a frame on the Naughty Dog video, right?
Oh my god.
Well,
I don't think that's legal.
it's not.
It's only legal if the person who made the picture has the copyrights to it.
Yeah, a lot of times, a lot of those companies like Marvel and DC, that the actual artists don't own the art. You know
right.
what I mean?
Normally, right. You're right, Zaire. Normally, the company owns the art.
Mm-hmm.
Only if the artist puts in his own shit, then he has the right to it. If he puts a copyright on his own art, then he can do it. But if not, if you work for a company, that art is owned by that company.
Yeah, it was owned.
What you do?
It's owned by Ubisoft. It's owned by Ubisoft, but the thing is, who really like frame by frame? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who catches that kind of stuff? You know what I mean? Like I don't understand it. And then here's the other thing, right? Like I know that a lot of Xbox guys. Yeah, a lot of Xbox guys ran with this, right? And rightfully so. We've had it rough the last few weeks, right? I completely understand why this turned into a big thing. But here's my take on it, right? It's not a big deal. Originally, it could have been a couple of different things. It could have been an Easter egg. Sony has worked with Ubisoft in the past. You know, I was going to actually give them the benefit of the doubt until they admitted, hey, we effed up. You know, but look, the game is about. They were looking for pirate treasure. Here's a picture. You know, that to me could have possibly been a thing. But if you look at Naughty Dog's history, yeah, they got in trouble with ripping off some kind of map thing for The Last of Us. They got in trouble for stealing a likeness to a person for the character of Ellie in The Last of Us as well. You know, so, you know, look, they Google stuff. This happened to Mass Effect too. Remember the Tally? They Googled a face or whatever, and they just used that or what. And you know, you got to check your stuff. Make sure that you're not like copywriting stuff, and especially when you're lost his job. Yeah, when you're a top developer like that, you got to be careful, you know, because there's everybody gunning for you.
Before Artgate got really hot.
Artgate.
Before that all got hot, like I watched it like crap. I probably watched it at the same time you were watching the video when it came out, and I thought the same thing. I'm like, wow, that's really cool. I mean, I did buy the goddamn thing for this game, so that's all setting in. And then I sat there for a little while. Like I said, the art stuff didn't come up yet, and I said to myself, wait, I didn't see any gameplay. Again.
None.
And here's the problem.
That wasn't real time. That was pre-rendered.
Exactly. And my problem here is, except for the few frozen stage demos we've seen, like I haven't seen any gameplay on this at all. I know that it's having a hard time running. That's what I've heard behind the scenes. I know that they had a 900p multiplayer that had to go back to the drawing board. I know that it's been delayed 3 times. I know that we haven't seen anything as far as gameplay at all on anything that Naughty Dog's put out. And then a lot of people, shout out to even, I believe it was, you got to give credit where credit's due, right? Zovi made the video today. He called it. He said basically this was a front by Sony to quickly get something out to deter away from the bad press Street Fighter V is getting. And this is what they do, right? That's why all day today I was tweeting out, anybody waiting? I had my popcorn ready, and I had a counter. I had my old New Year's Eve counter. I was waiting for some Sony sales figures to come out and, you know, deflect I couldn't, like, that's all they do is deflect the new shit. Whenever something bad happens, like, hurry up, quick, somebody hit the red button, quick. You know, so, you know, I mean, there is
a bottle of scotch out, too, huh?
Listen, I'll tell you guys, listen, I am very excited for the game, but realistically, there's cause for concern. And the reason being is, this is not, and I've said this before, and I say it on Twitter a lot, but I want to explain it because 140 characters is not really enough. This is not the Naughty Dog you've come to expect. This is not the Naughty Dog of
Skeleton Crew.
This is a skeleton, exactly, crap. It's a skeleton crew. It's Neil Druckmann's Naughty Dog. That's what it should say. Neil Druckmann joint. You know, like it's his now. It's no longer the people that used to be there. And you can see there's problems. And crap, you know, I'm glad you actually volleyed this ball right in the air. You said the other issues that Naughty Dog has had in the past with art and stealing and this and that, and that was all, every example you just gave was all under Neil Druckmann's leadership. Yeah. So what I'm saying is this guy is a pompous sack of shit, and we're about to find out. Yeah, right.
He's an art thief.
He's an art thief. Now, here's my thing. Honestly, Nancy, here's my thing about it. And this is something. This is really his report card. This is the coming home. Of course, you're going to have the Greg Millers of the world giving it a 9.5 out of 10. They're going to take a half a point off even if the game doesn't work. But my point is that this is where we're going to see what the media is going to do here. And I got a weird feeling that maybe he spent a lot of time on story. No doubt the story sounds good. But the fact that I'm not seeing any kind of gameplay, and the 2 times we have, it's been frozen stage demos. Yeah. I want to get your guys' take. Do you guys have any? You guys just think this is a 10 out of the box, or do you think
no,
that we have?
Maybe I'm maybe a little, but I'm not a big Uncharted fan. To me, it's always been very over the top, very I don't know. I think I like Tomb Raider type of guy. Maybe
Hey, to be fair, next gen they did look like they borrowed quite a bit from the newer Tomb Raiders.
Yeah,
which actually has me a little bit more excited for it because I thought Uncharted 3 was a step down from Uncharted 2.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna buy it because of course I always with the PS4 for the schools I don't have much to play on the PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
With the Street Fighter, the back whatever the case.
I just think it's easy to succeed with this franchise because this franchise has been handed over to him, and now it's easy to succeed. I mean, he has all this hype behind it.
But this is supposed to be the last of the series, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, they say that, but let me tell you this much, right? This game is going to sell like hotcakes on the PS4. I'm talking, you're going to see, I would say easy 7 to 10 million. What the hell is that?
I'm sorry, that's my bitches. That's my bitches.
Crap, I think.
Hey, cheating on me, Z?
No, baby, no.
Number of copies sold. I think. Isn't it only at 10 million altogether?
No. Uncharted series is at like 20h million or something.
Is it 20?
Like that.
Oh,
yeah.
Maybe that was 10, maybe 10.
I know it didn't outsell Uncharted. Not Uncharted. Gears of War.
Well, hold on. I'll check it up real quick.
Yeah,
now, Rand. Now, Rand. I know you don't have. Uncharted series according to is 21 million units worldwide according to Sony. So that's an average of 7.
Motherfuckers, man.
That's not. To be honest with you, you don't toot your horn over that when it's your franchise leader. You just
that's an average of 7 million per game. So I mean, look, that's pretty good. So I would say that this is Sony's first AAA real console seller. Rand, I know you're not a Sony guy, but did you like the trailer? Did you watch it? Do you care?
That's the one franchise I need to play. Like I never got a PS3. I don't have a PS4, and I specifically want the system to play Uncharted and Last of Us, and that's pretty much it. Like it does. Like I want to play that game. I just don't have the time. Well, actually, I kind of do have the time right now, but I don't know the whole art. I mean, it sucks that like that happened and shit. But I mean,
who cares? Like to me, I don't really care.
Like number one, Neil Druckmann. I hate to like bring Mooch back into this, but Druckmann had nothing to do with that being there. Like he's just the boss man. Like he and.
But you know what though, Rand, you know what though? I totally agree with that statement. I'm behind you 100% on that. However, unfortunately, you're the captain of the ship.
You are the captain. He's the one who apologized. Good on them for saying they fucked up, and they
and they removed it. They removed it,
and there's a picture of Laura Croft on the so.
Is that going to push the game back?
No. They removed that. I mean, it is kind of.
Was the art inside the game? How do you just take something in the game?
Yeah. It's a cutscene that I guess is shown. They'll just remove the asset. Like that's how these developers work. They'll go in, boop 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 boop, remove art asset, boop boop boop, replace it.
If it was Destiny, it probably would have been.
I got a question. From the trailer that we've seen, compared to what we've seen from Quantum Break, what do you think is more visually impressive? Not being biased.
Uncharted.
You think Uncharted looks better than Quantum Break?
Uncharted?
Hell no. Hey,
I agree with Z. I'll
just say this real quick. All right, look, Uncharted wasn't probably even in my top 3 for most anticipated, and now it's like number 2.
Okay, I understand that, but I'm talking about you do realize that everything that was showed on Quantum Break was done in real time.
Yeah, you know what? Like, I want to see. I don't know. I want to see both these games running in my house. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard.
That was a cutscene. Everything we've seen from Quantum Break is done in real time.
Yeah.
It looks great.
I agree with Crap though. I think it does look better. If we're
they both look great. I think they both look great. Don't get me wrong. I think that I don't know. I want to see these things in my running. Yeah.
Okay.
I want
even better.
Well, you know
what's going to be the better game? As gameplay. What do you think is going to be the better game?
Quantum Break. Quantum Break. Quantum Break.
I want to ask Crap a question real quick. Crap, the only thing is this. We have now had footage of Xbox One gameplay,
Yes.
and cutscenes of Quantum Break, what you saw today, and I promise you,
It's not
was
gameplay.
that was a PC. So, this is look at Jamie Moran just sent a tweet out a couple minutes ago showing what the
what up, Jamie? Thanks for watching the show, bro.
Jamie's great, and he just sent out E3
Get his ass in
trailer
here.
and the final game, and it's day and night. And this is not something Sony does. Sony should be just known as like the new Industrial Light and Magic. No one does smoke and mirrors better than Sony.
Oh, you know what? I'm 100% on board with that. But look, I'm still excited for the game.
Oh, absolutely.
And look, I'll tell you this: I'm really excited for Quantum Break 2 because that's a new IP. You know what I mean? Like to me, that says something that they're actually pushing this big like AAA quality new IP because I think that this generation has lacked that tremendously. Like I'm really looking forward to that. But again, as someone who bought a PS4 for Uncharted, I'm excited. I finally have that excitement there. Like for a long time I felt really bad because I wasn't really excited about much on the Xbox One either, or just this whole generation been kind of blah. Like Halo 5 that started pumping me up, and then they kind of dropped the ball a little bit on the story. And then Sunset Overdrive, I thought that was fantastic too, and nobody supported that game. So now we probably won't get a sequel.
You got to realize they launched that game at the wrong time.
Piss poor timing.
For it. Yeah, it was. It had nothing to do with no support. People didn't know shit about it. They knew nothing about it. That game is an excellent game, and I have people that follow me now. When I talk about it, they're going out and buying it now because
it's on sale.
I think it has to do with people that are afraid to try new things, because a lot of people in the community, they complain about not getting any new IPs, and then when there's a new IP like Sunset Overdrive, they don't go out and support it. So
they didn't support it because it was launched at the wrong time. We just all agreed on that.
I was there for it.
Salty now.
Here's the thing, right? Like at that time, you had Assassin's Creed, you had Call of Duty, you had all these games launching around the same time. So I get that. I'm glad that they're not doing that to Quantum Break because I want it to succeed. But what I will say is, you know how we're getting Alan Wake as a bonus with buying Quantum Break. But here's the thing: I filled out that survey from Microsoft, but I filled out one as well that asked me what I'd want to see in a sequel to Sunset Overdrive from Microsoft.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't understand. Maybe they're swerving people, or maybe they're waiting for. I'm holding out hope, Rand. I know that you probably got
that remaster was canceled.
Was it?
Remaster what?
That remaster of Alan Wake was canceled. I'm
not
positive on that.
Honestly, though, I played Quantum Break, beat it. I want new stuff. I don't.
You mean Alan Wake?
Yeah, I mean Alan Wake. If they're gonna remaster something, honestly, and it's not that I suffer from nostalgia, I would rather remaster something from the original Xbox. I just spent 9 years with the 360. I don't need that from that era.
Well, I'm just saying, from what I had heard, that was in production, and then compatibility happened, and it was like, well, there's no point in remastering Alan Wake because now BC works. You know, the same thing happened with Mass Effect. You can go on NeoGAF and all these places. There are plenty of evidence for the Mass Effect remaster happening, and maybe it still will. But as of right now, EA has not done a single remaster.
They said they won't either, because
and the rumor was that as soon as Microsoft told them they were doing BC, they canceled them all.
Because they're probably going to offer EA access.
Exactly,
they're going to 60 games anyway. So
that was the thing. They're going to probably offer them in the vault. Yeah.
They actually need to offer that.
Hey, I'm all for that.
Quick question, guys. Just a quick question to everyone on the panel. Mooch, Princess, Food, Z, Rand, Crap. Quantum Break's coming out on the 5th of April. Uncharted is coming on the 26th, I believe. Who's going to win the MPD for that?
Uncharted.
Quantum Break.
Sony.
I can't. What did they say? I can't.
Whatever, free weekend start. So
I still think
you know what, Crap? I mean, I know they have a custom console coming out, but I want to make a prediction here. There's only so many spikes you're going to keep getting, and let's be honest. I think people that are Uncharted fans are just glorious Sony fanboys. They went and bought this console day one. How many of these Sony guys are going to go out and buy another $400 box? That's the question. So you know what, Wolf? Let me say something. I may go as far as to say Xbox will win the NPD for April because of two reasons. First of all, the entire month belongs to Xbox because Quantum Break comes out April 5th. So you've got many more days. Number two, if we're talking NPD, we're talking console sales, right? We're talking about hardware. I just don't think that there's a plethora of people.
But the game itself.
Oh, you're talking about the game.
Uncharted's going to sell more.
It's a more established IP, first of all.
Uncharted's going to sell more in one day than Quantum Break sells the whole month.
Yeah, like, I agree.
Well, I don't know, but
I doubt that.
Sony, listen, we've seen the sales of Street Fighter V. They was very, very dismal. But there's a big install base. Big install base for the PlayStation 4. They got Japan. They got everyone's going to buy this goddamn game. So because of that, so like I said, I do expect Quantum Break to do at least 3 million. At least.
Yeah, but not. I mean, I could see it being over time, but I mean, if we're just talking.
Well, Microsoft do have the Windows 10 now. They do got those PC guys.
But I mean, you only get the PC version if you pre-order the game digitally.
No, I'm talking about people that's going to buy it out of the Windows 10 store.
Yeah, but that won't count towards. Like he specifically asked about NPD. That's not
yeah.
No, I'm saying they count. They do count PC sales in NPD.
But they don't count digital sales.
Yeah, they don't count digital sales in NPD. Yeah. So, I mean, Uncharted. I mean, isn't this the game all PlayStation fanboys have been drooling over?
Everybody's
the reason everybody has a PlayStation in the first place. I mean, I guess there are some people that have it for Gran Turismo. But I mean,
crap loves Gran Turismo.
No, I don't like Gran
gameplay.
I don't know. I can easily see Uncharted clearing 1 million day one easily.
Yeah.
Nah, hell no.
1 to 1 point. It's gonna. This is what I'm gonna say, right? Remember what Halo 5 did or whatever. Like Sony's gonna come out and announce.
That's a good question.
2 million that weekend, right? That's what it's gonna do. Like 1.5, 2 million, right? Like right away. Uncharted 4. Like everybody's gonna get it.
Do you think it's gonna outsell Halo 5? That's a good question.
Yeah, Halo. Yeah, absolutely. There's way more PS4s in the world.
Yeah.
PS4. Halo 5 did what 400 million.
Mooch, I know you're having trouble with it, Mooch.
No, I think you guys are drinking the Kool-Aid and not looking at the math. A month ago, everybody was laughing and giggling and retweeting and ha-ha and he and the fucking faces and the emojis and everything else when I said that Street Fighter V was nothing but a fucking gimmick. And the fact that it's a
yep.
Hey, I said it wasn't a system seller either. People were like, "That's going to sell 8 million copies," and me and you both laughed.
Yeah, but they were like, "Well, don't forget about Japan. Everybody likes to just."
They bought 41,000 copies.
Japan forgot about Street Fighter.
My point is this: don't get me wrong. I'm not going to sit here and be ridiculous. Okay?
400.
It's going to do really well. It's going to do very well, and I think Rand's numbers are fairly accurate. I will say this much though. It's not going to be this over. It's not going to sell 10 million copies in 4 days, guys. You got to calm down.
No,
I think we're looking at by the end of the month of April, you're probably going to see about 2 million because it's only out in the last week.
I say 1.5.
1.5, 2 million. After that, you're going to see a drop. These guys are not supporting their brand. Okay, you've got even ponies are doing videos on it saying we don't have anybody buying our shit. They are. I've said this a number of times, and people just think it's speculating. They don't buy software. A lot of these games, Microsoft is being beat, quote unquote, by the console war, and that we're determining the console war by the 8 million more consoles that are out there in Sony land. But yet Microsoft seems to win a lot of the times the NPDs in the third-party world. And you have to stop and think about it. What is it? Is it just the controller that's better than the online? I think that helps. But I also think you have a better install base as far as the type of customer you got.
Well, I mean, it's not surprising that Microsoft does outsell some games of the NPD because they're pretty close. I mean, they're like 1 million apart. I mean, it's not unrealistic.
True.
In America, yeah.
Yeah, but then you go worldwide. I mean, it's no contest. I mean.
But in Japan, Microsoft doesn't have never had a.
But I mean,
Remedy are pretty big in Europe, though. That's the thing.
Not even Europe. You gotta realize those little countries and little territories in Europe, 10,000 for the month, 15,000 in Sierra Leone.
Okay, wait, Z. I want to ask you. Let me ask the question to the panel then. Yeah. It's already listen. A lot of us have all got little birdies in the industry, and we've all talked to people. No need to mention names, but hear me out. A lot of us know people that have played Quantum Break, and we've heard it's nothing under spectacular. So hear me out. Would you think that the numbers could alter? Not saying Quantum Break beats Uncharted, but gives it a run for its money if Uncharted happens to get not a decent rating. There's a chance if this game comes out and it's not working to its full function, or something happens, blah, blah, there's a chance here. You can't just say this Uncharted 4 is going to come out flawless. We just said we all agreed that it could have an issue. It's a new Naughty Dog for all practical purposes. Yada yada yada.
It's still getting a 90 plus on Metacritic.
I've already said I bought the other Uncharted. I'm not buying this one. What I've seen so far, I don't like. So there's one sale down already.
Have you played Uncharted 2? Because that one's the best one in my opinion.
But Nancy, you know what, Nancy? That's a good point. And my point being here is, if Nancy's saying that from what she's seeing, if you have one person if the reviews start coming out for Uncharted 4 and it's only 8, and 8.2s and 8.5s, you guys don't understand. That's a bad rating for that game. An 8 and 8.5 for everybody else is really good. But an 8.5 or an 8 for Uncharted 4 is dismal. That's awful.
I agree with you, because they always give it a 10 out of 10.
Yes,
all the time.
That will deter people from buying that game. I mean, this is a
Nancy, I know you're saying you're not going to buy the game, and I can respect that. But I know you will buy the game eventually.
No, I will not. No, I will. Listen,
$20.
Listen. I'm ready to say mooch. No, Iron Wolf, I will not. I'm telling you, I'm not buying that game. I got my reasons, but I am not buying that game. One, I don't like the way it looked, and other shit, I am not buying the game. I'm telling you.
Hold on, why? Is it because Nathan Drake reminds you of your ex?
First of all, I ain't into white.
Let's
get it right. No. Bang, bang. I like my chocolate, so bang, bang. And let's get it right. So there you go. There's my Zaire. He knows.
That's right, baby. Thicker than a Snicker.
That's right. So, and to do with that shit, no. I just don't like the game. I just don't like what I saw, and I don't have to like it. Like I said, I like all kinds of games on multi-consoles, and if I don't like a game, I don't have to buy it.
I'm not a big Uncharted fan either. Don't trust me. I can definitely agree with what you're saying. Will I buy it? Most likely I'm going to get it because, the YouTube channel.
Oh, you bought Until Yawn.
Listen, I want something to play on my PlayStation 4, you know what I mean, at the end of the day.
Yeah, you bought Until Yawn, dude, so yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, I bought Godzilla. I was looking for something.
Yeah, so, you bought Knack. This motherfucker bought Knack, so.
I did.
Played
it for 5 minutes and reviewed that shit. It sucked.
Fuck his whole life. I said, why you do that crap?
How can you play a game for 5 minutes and review it? You ain't even into the game yet. Come on.
Oh, man, that's
you need to stop that.
That's a fucking shit game, man. Terrible game.
You got to realize, sometimes games, you got to get a half hour or an hour into it.
Oh, no. That was just a joke. Actually,
no, I don't need that long. I don't need that long.
I got like 4 levels. I'm not, look, if something, when you're eating a shit sandwich, do you eat the whole thing, or do you take a bite and say, man, this is fucking nasty, right? Like, the game was bad.
Crap, I'm not you. I don't eat shit sandwiches.
I do all the time. I do. What the hell? I do all the time. I love I get made fun of my own podcast.
Come on, who here played that free Games with Gold game last month, Zeros, and couldn't tell it was a pile of trash and 1 minute you play it in? I played it for a minute and I deleted it off my hard drive. You don't need to play a game that long.
Yeah.
So if I forgive you a bag of shit and you can't.
I mean, come on. I mean, I played worse. I mean, Z Hero was when I played worse. Trust me, I played worse in my 38 years of tenure on this.
I mean, I played worse as well. I'm just saying, like, you could tell. You don't need.
Hey, listen, Ray, I seen your school. You played that Crash Dorito game on the fucking 360, bro. Come on.
Hey, I played Barbie fucking Puppy Rescue 2015. And My Horse and Me Too and shit.
Hey,
I played bad games.
Did you play Lost the game though?
Of course I did.
I did too. There was a lot of games to be had.
You could go down my list. I played pretty much every shitty game you could possibly imagine that came out for the 360 or the Xbox One.
Did you play Jumper? Griffin's Story?
Of course. You name it, I played it. I haven't played almost all the shitty indie games on the Xbox One.
Those are two of my
gamer score. It talks for itself.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, sometimes you can, like, look, sometimes you just know within 5 minutes of playing a game that it's a fucking pile of garbage and you shouldn't play it anymore. Do you guys remember when Final Fantasy 13 came out and they were like, just keep on playing. When you get to 30 hours, it gets good. It's like 30 hours? Are you serious? I'm supposed to play
the same thing about
30
Destiny.
Hours?
Yeah, I played Destiny for 20 hours, and then I'm like, okay, I played it. I don't get it. You know what I mean?
So
Like,
what do you guys think of the new games to go for March?
Excellent.
I wanted to talk about it.
They're
You know,
giving
this,
Lords of the Fallen for free, Sherlock Holmes, and Borderlands.
yeah,
The game
and
that
also,
are always the 15th of the month for crying out loud.
Borderlands? Oh,
Yeah.
listen, I told you guys that like I said, we all have a little someone within the inside within the loop, and of course, what happened 2 weeks ago with the whole Xbox Live, not Xbox Live, the exclusives, Quantum Break going to PC, whatever. And one of the things, console gamers said, why we playing for Xbox Live and PC guys for free. So obviously, from what I heard from somebody within the loop, that they're gonna step up as far as the games would go.
you need to, because they're not going to make Xbox Live free. But what
No,
they might
that
do,
they're not gonna do, but they're gonna probably start getting some
yeah,
older AAA multiplats or whatever the case.
No, but you do know that Microsoft they signed 3 games with that developer who made Lords of the Fallen. So you think they're doing that because 2 could be an exclusive?
No, 2's already announced as a multiplayer. That's already.
Yeah. Microsoft isn't going to do any stuff like that for us anymore. Like I know Rand, you probably agree with me. They're not going to spend a bunch of money to lock down third-party stuff.
No, it's all about new IPs, so they can kind of have
which I
stuff
don't have a
going into
problem
the
with.
system.
Which I don't have a problem with.
It's the strategy Sony used towards the end of last gen, where they kind of focused on new IPs, and where Microsoft went to the Connect thing. Like Microsoft is trying to copy that strategy, so they have stuff they could use for Xbox 2 or whatever.
Yeah. The only difference is
Lords of the Fallen is like a Bloodborne type game.
It's Dark Souls light.
Yeah, it's like Dark Souls.
So I heard it's easy. I heard it's easier too. So I might actually play it. But it's cool. What I like about what they're doing is
Bloodborne is not that easy. Trust me, it's not that easy.
I know, that's why I'm saying this is supposed
You
to
said
be
it was easy. No, you just said it was easy. It's not easy.
Shout out
Well,
to
no, I'm saying Lords of the Fallen is supposed to be easier than Bloodborne.
All right, I'll see y'all later.
All right, later, food. Take it easy, bro. No problem. Next gen, mute your damn mic. Carrying on a conversation.
No,
right.
no, I ain't like that, Steve.
I'm gonna have to mute him, and then me and him are gonna like in an argument, and I'm gonna be like, "You're John Doe, bitch." But anyway, so what I'm really excited about is like Borderlands, because that comes backwards compatibility. That's not in the Handsome collection.
No, it's not.
So people now will be able to play the entire Borderlands collection on Xbox One. Supreme Commander 2, I've never played it. Usually I have the games that they offer in Games with Gold, but I only have Borderlands so far, and not the digital copy. So I'm actually kind of happy about that. And then when you look over, right, I even seen PlayStation fans complain. They're like, "We get Broforce. We get Broforce." I mean,
Broforce, what's that?
Broforce is the game they're getting with PSN Plus this month or in March. That's the game, man. Broforce. It's some indie game.
Like another Iron Bread, like another.
I don't know. It's some kind of maybe a shooter or some shit. I don't know, man. But it's like the games that they're getting on. They might as well call it Indie Plus.
A lot of
again,
guys.
Sony doesn't have an incentive to do anything more than what they're doing right now.
Well, either does Microsoft, really.
Yeah.
I mean, again, they're still trying to,
No, but they're stepping it up with the free games, though, man.
No, I mean this month is pretty good.
Well, they have to because of the backlash of why we playing from Xbox Live and people on PC get it for free.
Yeah, but these months are planned way in advance, so I don't think this has anything to do with like.
No, from what I heard, just wanted to be one consultation of why am I paying for Xbox Live, and you got to realize Microsoft didn't, from what I've heard, they didn't expect that big shitstorm that they got last week behind.
Yeah. They never usually announce it this early Tuesday.
Yeah, I heard that crap gamer guy really gave it to him.
They announced it.
Yeah, crap gamer.
Hold on,
crap gamer.
you canceled the pre-order because somebody else gets to play a game on Windows?
Hey, crap, that's still a sore spot. My God. Listen, we've been through some roller coasters on this internet shit. I ain't lying.
Hey, that shit. That shit's funny. You know what though? When I was talking to my brother and stuff about that, and they were like, I was talking to my brother and his girlfriend about it, and they're like, you know what? No customer service person would ever say something like that to somebody, right? Like that's unheard of. Like seriously, what kind of person does that? Like that's shitty customer service.
I think you caught a knee-jerk reaction response from Phil. Once the tweet was out.
He didn't understand. My tweets must have got caught up because I was like, if you remember right, me and Mooch were both like, we don't really see Microsoft as liars. They announced everything else that was going to PC well in advance. They would never just spring it on us. Remember, Mooch? And then they sprung it on us, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, I think crap. You must have hit his nerve.
Yeah, I think you might have bought it at the wrong time, Crap, or maybe you know what it is. A lot of times on Twitter that screws people over is that people will take a tweet, they copy it, and they write to the individual, and they're like, "Look what this guy just wrote," and then they copy your tweet, and what happens is you're sitting there out of the blue, someone reads it, and then they read it the wrong way. And I'll tell you, that's the one thing about Twitter. When you read something, it's always out of context. It generally is on Twitter.
Yeah.
So that's what's great about these podcasts is you get to actually come on and explain what the hell you've been writing all day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I think it's a step in the right direction for Games with Gold. I like what they're doing. They have to continue to keep doing this, even just because you have to justify it a little bit more now. But I do agree with Rand that they probably plan this stuff out because you have to make the arrangements and stuff in advance. So I do think that.
I'm surprised we haven't seen games like Rise on there yet. And
Rise, it's 'cause I think Rise and those type of games still sell a little bit. I mean, Sherlock Holmes, they have a new one coming out, so maybe they would want to promote the new one a little bit.
Has Murder Soul Suspects been up there also?
No.
No.
Oh, well.
I kind of like that game. Some people thought it was really boring, but
see, they've given Killer Instinct Season 1, so I believe real soon.
You know what? That's what we. Listen, I looked at.
Get Forza 5, Dead Rising. We'll get that soon eventually.
I look at what's that guy's name? The big fighter channel, Maximilian.
Mm-hmm.
And he put the TUS trailer up there, and I was reading all through the comment section. People, I gotta get me an Xbox One now. That's really turned into a big IP for Microsoft, man. That fucking Killer Instinct. Especially with the Street Fighter.
So this is what I was asking before. Can any of you guys answer this for me? So I might want to get it for the collection. I really do like the graphical enhancements too. What if I wanted to come in from this point forward and I wanted to get season 1, 2, and 3, whether it's digital or disc based? What's that going to cost me? And can I get all
$60?
three?
Wait, I would know it. I will wait till season 3 comes out. You can probably get a deal for like $50 for all the characters.
All right.
Wait till
why wouldn't you have downloaded season 2 when it was one when it was
free?
Yeah, but it was free. But don't you have to still go buy 2 and 3?
No. You get what is the game is free. Period. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can one character a month, whatever they change. You can play the game. You can download the game for free. Period. But if you want the whole roster for each year is $20. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the reason why they did it
are
$5 a piece because their reasoning for that was people have a favorite character or two, right?
Uh-huh.
So they might only play with 1 or 2 characters, and so maybe they just want to buy those 2. It would be $10. You know what I mean? They also rotate a free character every week, or whatever. So
it's the League of Legends model, and it works.
You know what? You can actually buy the characters for like $20, all of them.
Yeah, each season is $20 by itself, or what they gave away with Games with Gold was Season 1 Ultimate Edition or whatever that was, where it came with the arcade version, all the different outfits and shit like that.
Yeah, but you'd be smart to buy all the characters at one time. So you gotta play another one. Once they find all
season 3 comes out, you can probably get all 3 for like $50 or $45. They probably have a special on it.
Well, it sucks, Mooch, because if you didn't get that for season 1 for free, when it was free, 1 week they also sold season 2 for $10. You could have had season 1 and season 2 for $10.
Here's the thing, don't get me wrong. Do I sit here and say, I should have? And I've said this on BGST, I said it on Craft, I said it on my show. My point is that I'm just not a Killer Instinct fan. What I'm looking for really is just to get we only have all 3 seasons for $30 total. And that's probably on the pipe. That's not going to be that far away. I'd say probably Christmas. I just don't think that they're giving it away at this point. Is my point. So I don't think it's something that I'll have to wait too long for. I like it for the collection's sake, but I can't see.
You just download it for you get one character for free. See how you like. You might fall in love with it. It's not that hard to play.
But you'll fall in love with it, but you're going to be afraid to play me. It's just like
Nancy. I heard that,
Nancy and Z. You guys, you're big KI people, right? You play KI all the time.
I love fighting games.
My question to you is, all right, each season gets at least 8 characters, right? Right now, 3 have been confirmed. How about the other 5? Do you think we're gonna get them?
Well, 4 have been confirmed, right?
Yeah. We got Tusk, we got Arbiter,
we got
4. What's it, Chung Wu, and we got Rash. We
got 4 more. Do you think we're gonna get them every month, or do you think they're gonna just?
They do 2 a month, I think, right? Isn't that what they?
It's gonna be 1 a month. No, it's gonna be 1 a month. Probably like it was before. They just announced Tusk, so we got 4. We got 4 more that we don't know about.
All those day one though. That's my question. All 4 of those.
Yeah. They're gonna launch for them.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah, they're gonna launch for them.
Okay, then that's all I want to know.
That would be cool because they're only doing 3 new stages, which is a little bit disappointing. But hopefully,
I just don't want it to be like Walking Dead. You pay full price and you just get one character or one episode.
No.
Yeah. Let me ask you guys something real quick, okay? Just on this Sony VR thing, right? Just switching gears. March 15th, they're holding a press event.
Yes.
They're probably going to announce the price and the date. The Vive thing just got announced. What is that, like $800?
$800.
Oculus is $600.
Controllers and some games.
Yeah, I mean, what are you guys thinking, man? Like $450 for everything?
$400.
They're crazy.
$400.
I still say they're crazy.
600.
600.
I mean, I don't know. I
think they're going to come in under, right? Isn't that what they do?
I think they're going to come in
but crap.
$400.
Everyone talks about Sony like they're Houdini or fucking David Copperfield. What the fuck? Like, dude, I'm sorry, but do you guys understand math? Like, math is math. Like, when shit adds up, you can't just be like, well, Sony comes in magically delicious. No, that doesn't work like that. Like,
I thought that was tricks.
like exactly. No, it's hard. Like, my point is, like, it's just out of the fucking mind. Like, everyone in the world, like, everyone from IGN to YouTubers is like, well, Sony always undercuts people. Why? Because Jack Trenton grabbed a black magic marker, scratched out the 4, and put a 3
He was pulling parts out of the PS4, bro. Don't kid yourself. He's like, we can get rid of that. Let's get rid of that.
He's like, throw that out. Yeah. So he threw Knack out of the box, too, and they're like, no, we have to keep that. That's Mark Cerny. Oh, shit.
No, it was the invisible pen. The ink disappears after a while.
Listen, guys, you're talking about crap. You got the helmet, which is in 2 pieces. You've got the processing unit. You've got the cables, okay? And people keep saying that there's going to be 2 versions of it. And crap, me and you have always agreed on this, okay? The public is not intelligent enough to go out and buy other things to understand that things are enhanced later, okay? So you have to get the deluxe one, or you're really going to get a subpar product from the beginning. So to get the Move Sticks, the Eye, and all that hardware, I mean, there's no way in God's green earth they're going to come in at $400. They can't. Oculus is just the fucking goggles. It's just goggles, and they're $600. Yeah. So there's no way in God's green earth Sony's going to come in at $250.
You're talking about all that shit combined with the goggles and everything else. You're talking about $1,200.
Well, I mean, I'm saying, listen, there was rumors that we all saw it, right? Z, you did a show on it, I think, too. It was going to be, someone saw it in Canada or Europe or something. It was like $1,200, which would have been, in their money converted, it was like $800 our money. My point is this. I will say this. They're not going to come in at $800. But I'm definitely, I mean, there's no, what they need to do is realize with their install base, what the other people are arguing that I will agree with their install base and with people willing to try VR, at least if they are matching the lowest bidder. They don't need to be lower than Oculus. That's really not their competitor because Oculus is not really coming out full steam, okay? So my point is that they can match their competitor's price at $600 and have games that come out day one, albeit bad games, but games nonetheless. So
I still think they do 500 or so. It's
I think crap. I'll use your words. I'll dance with you. All right, 5, fine, but not 4. No way.
They break the internet at anything under 4. I guarantee it. They break the internet.
If they break the internet, they're also going to break their bank account and they'll be broke.
I'm going under you, Mooch. I'm going $299.
Oh, $299. What do you get?
$299 and then $450 for a bundle. I don't know.
$450 for a bundle. Okay. So Sony's banking on a lot of people already having the glowing dildos and the eye toys. So
they don't.
I mean, I have a last gen.
I'm gonna say $399 and then $499 with the whole bundle. The camera.
I better win both showcase showdowns when I get this.
It can't be that. I mean, like if you look at Vive. Vive was just announced for what, $800 fucking dollars?
Yeah.
Oculus.
As long as it's less than the Oculus Rift, it doesn't.
Even if it's $500, that's way too much. I mean, the PlayStation itself is only $350. Like you can't.
Rand, how do you take all of that? There's a processing unit for God's sake.
I'm just saying. I'm looking at it from like trying to sell that, like Sony trying to sell that to
what the issue is, Rand, and you guys? The main. Let me see the price. I think the issue is, are the hardcores going to go out and buy it? Yes, the Fanatics, but it doesn't have any compelling software.
Exactly.
That's the most important thing, and they don't have.
And that's why they can't subsidize the cost. See.
They don't have any. I don't know how much they charge for the games. Are they going to be $20? Are they?
They're going to be $60.
Come on, it's fucking shovelware. It's going to fall in the same category as the fucking Kinect.
Look,
you can't justify the. At least the Kinect was 150, 125.
If they do it, do not do any videos saying, "Holy shit, it's a marvel!" Marvel. It's a marvel that they were able to get the price down to $399. If they put the price at $399 or $499, they are literally, I promise you, they're losing their shirt. And like Zaire just said, they have awful games coming out. Awful games. Not even okay. Awful. Like, Rand, all the games you just mentioned that you just played for the 1,000 achievement, I would rather play those in fucking a jail cell for the rest of my life than play one of those VR games. Honestly, it's that bad. So my point is that they can't subsidize the cost in a boardroom and say, listen, if we lower this, we'll get it into people's homes and they'll buy the software. We're going to make our money. You're not going to make your money. No one's buying Office Simulator 1, 2, and 3. It's not happening. So my whole thing is that you have to look at it this way. Someone's going to say, this time we can't do that. You need to actually charge. And since our competitors are 800 and 600 respectively, the lowest we can go is 500. But so 500, 600, that's as low as they can go. You cannot cut yourself. You'll lose your fucking shirt. And this is a gimmick. It's nothing more than the Power Glove, people. It's all it is. It's the Power Glove. It's the Virtual Boy. Those
Mooch, I still don't understand it. I still don't understand this gargle shit. First of all, who wants to come home with gargles on? Okay.
Exactly.
Second of all, if somebody wears glasses, how comfortable is that going to be? Okay.
How about if you actually have somebody in your house besides a puppet, and someone wants to talk to you, and you're fucking.
I guess how Sony's.
Yeah, you're in virtual land, and you can't even see what's going on. Come on, somebody can break in your house and kill you with those goddamn things on, with your plugged in your ears and everything.
How Sony's going to probably justify the price tag? Because you need some immersive surround sound headphones. You need the camera. You need the actual goggles, and you need the fucking dildos. So a lot of stuff.
I like that we just call them that. I mean, yeah, they're not the move things anymore. They're just the glowing dildos. Yeah. So I mean, I do think it's it's an interesting thing, but I think they do have to price it right. And look, so who likes to come out looking better than Sony? So I think that they like to look good, and they maybe aren't looking to make money off the hardware as much as getting the hardware out. If you look at like the Blu-ray thing, they took a bath on that with the PS3, but they got Blu-ray mainstream, right? They maybe just want to make VR mainstream. Like, look what they did with 3D. That shit failed, but they tried to. They took losses on a lot of that stuff too. So I could definitely see, something to a cheaper version. I don't know. I'm close personal friends with Yoshida, so maybe I can get a free.
Wait, hold up. I think this is fresh in. Microsoft just announced. What's it saying? Windows 10 universal apps across all Windows 10 devices. Phone, tablets.
That was something they promised a long time ago.
And
the CEO announced that, but what's it going to be? Who really knows at this point? Like, people are like,
I guess whatever you have on your phone.
Does that actually mean that I could, type spreadsheets on my Xbox One? Like, you get.
I got an update now. My fucking Xbox One is talking. I ain't know what.
Who the hell? Let me just ask this real quick. Who the hell is going to hook up? Like, even if they bring keyboard and mouse support, I mean, who the hell is gonna fucking do Microsoft Office or Excel on their fucking TV?
Somebody.
Crap, I got a question for you. Crap.
I guess more options.
Yeah.
Crap, not to change the subject. Are you gonna be on for a while? Because I have to run down the store to get ready to close. I didn't realize how late it was.
Well, you can take off. I'm going to actually try to wrap it up here in the next 10 minutes because everybody...
Okay, but can I do just one... All right, first of all, I want to say, Grand, it was an honor to be on with you.
Rand, yeah.
I want to say that. And Zaire, as always...
Yes, baby. Thicker than a snicker.
There you go, baby. Mm-hmm. And I just want to do a couple shout-outs because I really do have to run.
Okay.
To HP North Grand, Gross, and... Darren McGrath and Foxfire. And also, I want to shout out everybody on the podcast because you guys are cool. All right.
Thank you.
All right.
I love you all.
Take it easy,
baby.
Later.
Folks, let me tell you something, baby.
Where the hell were we?
We were talking about universal apps.
Yeah, universal apps. Like, who the hell is going to want to do spreadsheets on their Xbox One?
Hey, man, Somebody in this goddamn console war just to show up Sony.
Well, you know what's funny?
Somebody doing a spreadsheet on the Xbox One.
I'll tell you something funny. Since Microsoft gave us, an Xbox gives us the ability to kind of look at, whatever your friends are doing when you're scrolling down your friends list. I found so many things interesting that I never thought people would do. I mean, there's people on internet. What is it there? It doesn't say Explorer. What does it say when they're on the internet? It's not Edge.
Edge, isn't it? Isn't
No.
the Edge?
Is it Edge? Whatever it says though, but
Yeah.
there's 2 or 3 people that are always on that. Surprisingly, there's I mean I know this is a joke for you, but media player. Like, my point is this: like this, all jokes aside, you'd be amazed what the fuck people do. Crap, you know what I mean? Like, so I guess what Zaire was just saying is options. That seems to be everything. You guys remember? Let me just take you guys down memory road. We're all about the same age. Do you remember when we were kids and our parents would buy something at whatever it was? I don't give a shit what store you went to, and they were like, "Ah, shit!" You got home, you're like, "That shit doesn't fit," and they're like, "Well, I can't return it," and they're like, "What do you mean you can't return it?" You're like, "You know how much of a hard time I'm gonna have a customer service try." Now it doesn't matter. Like I went and bought an Elgato right over the weekend. I bought an Elgato, and literally I asked the guy, I'm like, "I'm not sure if it's going to work out for me or whatever." I'm like, "Do you think maybe I could bring this back?" He goes, "You got 14 days, man. You can take it out of the box, step on it, smash it, and you can bring it right back with the receipt." And I'm like, "All right." People love options. You know what I mean? Like right now,
it's all about options, and if this Universal Apps is on the Xbox One, and we do get Microsoft Office and everything, that could be a killer feature right there in itself.
Well, that's what I'm saying, and don't get me wrong, Crap, to answer your question, I totally get what you're saying, because here we are, we're talking about gaming channels, this and that. No, it doesn't fit into that world. But, the one thing that we were all talking about months ago, 6-7 months ago, was that article that came out about Bill Gates wanting a Windows device in everyone's living room. Well, when you have an iPhone in your hand, it's been Steve Jobs' dream to finally have an iPhone in everyone's pocket/living room, and he got that. So now that we have a Windows 10 device in our living room, they definitely want you to utilize the other features. So, I mean, and this is my point with who gives a shit. I'm not going to use it. I have had the ability to browse the internet on the Xbox since day one. I don't ever do that. I have 5 to 10 other better ways to do that in my house. But if you're going to give it to me, what the hell? It's like I say all the time. If you go buy a car, Crap, and you have a list of things, and the guy gives you air-conditioned seats to fucking air-condition your nuts, you don't give a shit, but you'll take it if they're throwing it in, right? I mean, why would you be like, no, don't give me airconditioned seats. That's too luxurious.
I think it's a selling point to some, though, man. I think
it is. It is.
But let me just say,
you got some business class people. They'll probably have an Xbox One, and they will use that feature.
Right.
Okay, let me just say this though, right? Like
Excel documents and shit, man.
Yeah, but look, it's again taking the focus off the main purpose of the Xbox One, which is gaming. Right. You know what I mean? Like they're spending this whole thing.
What's wrong with more?
Nothing is wrong with more, but it seems like they think that this stuff that they're doing is bigger and more important than it is, right?
Yeah, but it's a PC anyway, so why not?
But because they think that this is huge stuff, right? That's my whole beef with this whole situation, right? They think if you look at what Albert Penello and Mikey Barr are tweeting out lately, and they think that the average hardcore Xbox owner plays a lot on PC and a lot on their phone, and so why not just hook it all together, But it's very much not that, Most of the Xbox owners that I know hate PC gaming.
Exactly, but Crap, here's the other statistic that I've noticed. This is supposedly one of the worst launches in Xbox history. This is the worst generation Xbox could have ever wanted. Yet Xbox is still selling 25 million consoles, man. So here's my point. In their shittiest of shittiest days, they're selling 25 million consoles against the powerhouse PS4. So my whole point is they're sticking to their guns, and they're stepping on the gas. And sometimes being persistent like this, like we've all said, we're all setting up what? Xbox 2? So if Xbox 2 comes out with all this shit, internet and blah, 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 Microsoft Office, games on PC, games over here, games over there, blah, blah, blah. My point is they're jamming it down. They're doing what they're sticking. Sometimes there's something to be said about sticking to your guns. A lot of the asshole gaming media came out months, if not a year after the release of the Xbox One, and they said something to the extent, I really wish Microsoft stuck to their guns about family sharing and some of the DRM policies, because some of that shit was really neat. When they said that, I literally almost punched through my television to choke the fucker out. Like, this is an asshole that was saying shit and talking shit for 13 months. Now he's like, oh, I wish they stuck to their guns. What I'm saying is a lot of these features we're not going to use, the average gamer, absolutely. But the fact of the matter is, for the failed generation and Microsoft's giving up, they still made a lot of money and they sold a lot of consoles, and the generation's not over yet. So they're sticking to their guns, and let's see what they get out. Let's see what we get out of this. We're the consumer.
They're riding it out this gen, and
they're riding it out.
Yeah, but they're still outpacing the 360 in the same point in time. I don't know how that will last.
That's going to end this year.
Yeah,
really
the 360 was like at 14, 15 million.
This is where the 360 started taking off, and then it took off even after when the this is the last time. This year will be the last year they'll be able to ever say that.
Yeah. Like, I mean, it is. Just look at it. Like,
unless
who was
they
in
have a great E3 and
Yeah,
they show
but guys,
even still, even if they have like what could they possibly announce at E3 where suddenly you would increase sales exponentially?
The 2017 lineup, it could be beast, man. They already have scale.
Yeah, but I mean, we already just saw Sony's lineup last year, which was nothing, which was just Uncharted, versus Microsoft's pretty good lineup, and Sony still won. And I mean, that's just North America. They kicked the shit out of them worldwide. So I mean,
well, you know, we're full. Listen, it's a guy on ESPN years ago said this. He goes, "It's funny." He goes, "When I see a herd of animals or people all going in one direction, I'm one of the only assholes that goes the other way because usually lemmings just walk into a pit of hell." The fact that everybody in the masses went and bought a PS4 makes me feel even more justified that I'm an Xbox guy. But my point is this: to answer your question, Rand, you said what could they tell us or show us? Family sharing, and let me tell you why that's a big deal. Family sharing is a big deal because now you're talking about every piece of software I buy, I can share with my friends and family.
Right, it's a big deal, Mooch. I completely agree with you 100%. Except it's never going to be announced that way because those publishers are never going to. They don't like the fact that you can game share now on either system. Like me and you could
they
game
don't even
share.
like share play on the PS4. They don't like.
Me and you could game share right now, and like every release, instead of getting 2 copies, they only get 1. There's no way like Microsoft would be like. I mean, I guess they could say, but then like they probably have to give the devs the ability to block that. Oh, well, now, and then that would suck for people who do it now who don't have that restriction.
Yeah, but it could, for third party it would be kind of difficult, but at least for the first party games they could still do it.
Right, but I mean, would that really increase like the sales of Xbox One to the point where...
Can I tell you something, Rand? Here's where the developers need to be interested. In order to enjoy that feature, you have to buy the game digitally. And when you buy the game digitally, you can't return it and give GameStop money, and ultimately the developer makes more money.
You're right. Okay, yeah, that'd be a good incentive to buy digital. I mean, if Microsoft's trying to get people to go digital, that would be a great incentive. Like, hey, by the way, if you get it digitally, you have this, this, and this. Whereas if you buy it on disc, you don't get any of this. Yeah, that's a great way to promote something like that, right?
That's the whole pitch, Rand. If you can't pitch that to them, because there's got to be a percentage. Listen, an entire GameStop is this isn't a lemonade stand, people. No. GameStop's a big-time corporation, okay? What I'm saying is, even if they can eat into a quarter of that money by doing this, that's huge. It's a lot of money they're not making. So that's a selling point for the devs. And look at this. What is the backwards compatibility comes out? You've got Rockstar and these other assholes. Fuck you, we're not doing that. They didn't say this, but that they ultimately did by putting a stand up, okay? Now all of a sudden, Red Dead Redemption gets rumored it's coming out, and Red Dead Redemption sales go through the roof. Now all of a sudden everyone's singing a different tune. Now you got publishers lined up.
Word is we're getting all 3 BioShocks, Call of Duty, Black Ops 1, Red Dead, and some other things coming.
We're also getting the BioShock collection, though, remastered.
Yeah.
That's the version I want.
That's the version.
And for the persons in chat saying that Gears 4 is going to be an announcement that'll lift it above 360, no, sorry, not going to happen. Gears is a big franchise that'll sell well, but Gears. I don't know, Mooch. Like you're right, and did you guys see Todd Howard said that like on day 1, Fallout 4 sold more digitally than it did physical on day 1. I mean, it's starting to trend that way.
If Microsoft could pitch backwards compatibility to third-party publishers, I'm sure they could do the same thing with family sharing. I don't think
because that's a tough pitch, Iron. Because you're essentially pitching them, hey, listen, like we're gonna get you some old sales for your older games that don't sell anymore. Versus, hey, you're gonna get less money now because now instead of getting 2 copies of a sale, you're getting 1. That's a really tough pitch.
No, but like Mooch said, like digital could be the incentive.
Yeah, but then they would have to jack. I mean, how would you? Okay, so if me and Mooch both buy the game, that's $120 in revenue for both Microsoft and whoever is the third party. But now instead we only get 1 copy. That's a huge, tremendous loss of revenue for not only Microsoft. I mean, because you figure Microsoft gets 30%, so Microsoft makes all that money. Now they're out on that.
It will benefit both, though.
I don't see how it would benefit both
because it will sell more consoles, and on top of that, eventually More consoles sell.
Wouldn't the family share thing include DRM?
Yeah, I mean, they never really explained how that family share.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking, like, you gotta look at it like a business. Like Microsoft's own, like I know, like the backwards compatibility thing was more of a goodwill gesture to the fans than it was like a strategic business move, right? And sometimes companies do that. Like it was more to generate goodwill than it was to make any money on what they were doing, right? But like as far as family sharing, I'm sure if they could do it and it would make more money than what they're doing now, they probably would. But like you'd have to almost like double sales for that to take effect, and I don't really see how you would get that by just being like, hey, now you guys can share games, you know, like.
Do you guys, let me just changing gears real quick because I want to wrap this up in a second. Do you think that, like, because they obviously people think that they're going to have this big announcement, and they've said we've got a big announcement. If the big announcement is streaming PC games to Xbox One, I'm going to be kind of pissed off because they already said that was something they were looking into, and that interests me 0%.
Oh, and too much a big announcement from what I think is going to be not to cut you. I'm sorry. What I think is going to be, I think. Again, like I've always said, me and Showstop went back and forth on this. I think they're going to allow you to stream whatever's on your PC or your Steam library, and you already can stream from your Xbox to your PC. I think it'll let you stream from your PC now to your Xbox.
Well, next gen that tomorrow's thing's not streamed live, right? And there's an embargo till March 1st, so that you won't see any stories about what's done till the 1st of March.
Oh, I thought it was live.
No, there's no live stream.
What's somebody else look out for March 8th, February 25th for? Be there to see it.
We're not. That's only for press, and they're under a strict embargo. So they're everybody's going to have to be able to write about it, but can't release anything until March 1st.
Somebody will probably break embargo at some point.
Probably.
Or you'll start hearing rumors about stuff, but no. It's from. I think I remember I DM'd you the schedule to that crap. It was like it was on stage like at the very beginning, just inviting people, like, and it's just pretty much a place for journalists to play all the games coming out and have interviews with Microsoft folk and try out some stuff. And I guess it's possible they could have like a huge announcement. They want to have the messaging, because that's the number one complaint we all have. Well, one of my biggest complaint with Microsoft this gen was the messaging has been off. And
terrible.
If they're doing this as an embargo to have the messaging on point between themselves and like all the websites, then okay, I guess then that's how you would do that. But I guess we'll have to wait and see, right?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think that I just get tired of the PC push. Like, to me, it seems like they're just doing that a lot. I know people get tired of hearing me bitch about it, but I can't get down with it. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like the focus isn't on what it should be. So.
Yeah, but crap, remember something to make you feel better. This has all been compounded in the past 2 weeks, and we haven't heard anything from Microsoft since that little.
That's what pisses me off too.
Yeah, but no, it's not. It's not to piss you off. Here's the thing: if you remember before the launch of the Xbox One, go watch all Larry Herb's videos, and at the time Mark Witten and all those other guys that were there, whatever their names were. They were all talking. Look what these are 15 instruction videos on how you use your Kinect, and this is what you do with Kinect. This is what motion like, and this is when you pass your controller over. They did that for fucking 3 months, 4 months, and then Kinect fizzled. Okay, my point is this: don't worry about it. It's just another feature. It's not like it's not the say all end all. It's not the beginning. It's not the end. It's not the yin. It's not the yang. It's just another thing. They were preaching. There were people complaining about Kinect. Just so happens me and you were on the Kinect bandwagon. But people were like, "Fuck Kinect. Fuck that. What are you telling me now? Yeah, you're gonna look at me now. You're looking at me, Microsoft. Don't look at me. I'm looking at you. You know what I mean? I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, all right, whatever. So now all I'm saying to you guys is like, don't worry about the PC, man. The PC. It's another Kinect. You know what I'm saying? It's just another Kinect. You don't have to like the Kinect, a.k.a. the PC stuff crap. Guess what? It doesn't affect you. Because you know what all the people that didn't like Kinect did? They left the shit in the closet. They took it out and left it in the closet.
Some people just didn't buy it or whatever, too.
Right. I mean, and you know what you're going to do? You're going to take your free copy of Quantum Break and you're going to throw it in the air and yell, pull!
Hey, but there's a good side effect for that, right? So Quantum Break's $60. You buy it digitally, you get the code. You can sell that code for $30. You can essentially get Quantum Break for fucking half price. And if they're doing that for every single one of their games, you're pretty much getting all of Microsoft's games going forward for half price. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, but look,
that's a good way of looking at it.
They do think that this thing is bigger than it is, though. I mean, I'm just gonna.
from what I'm hearing, they have a lot of. I didn't realize this. Somebody posted an article that there's a lot of issues still with the Windows Store. If you're running a computer, say you have two GPUs SLI, you can't. The Windows 10 Store doesn't support that. You know what I mean?
The Windows 10 Store sucks. It's all these little shitty games, and then Microsoft.
I'm not even talking about the concept what they have to offer. Just talking about as far as comparing it to Steam and let you run your rig the way you know.
Well, it's not very inviting. Like Steam's, like if you look, like I'm not a part of that, but you can just tell that's like a very inviting kind of community. I can see why it's so popular. Where the Windows 10 thing just does not look like it's a very good setup for that. You know what I mean? Like it looks bad, and then not only that. But I realized that Microsoft is trying to like make Windows 10 relevant for gamers. But do you see the specs that they're putting out for some of their games? They're just ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's like these fucking
crap. They're playing catch up right now with Steam. That's the thing. And to make their store look attractive, you're going to see more of these first party games. Especially
everything's going there. I already know that.
The whole portfolio going on that store. That's the only way the Steam users are going to use the Windows.
Even so, like all I see is the Steam users talk shit how they're not going to do it. You know what I mean? Because they don't want to be, because look,
that's the vocal minority though. That's
who cares? That's what I'm saying. It's like,
it could be, but I'm just saying. But I'm just saying, like as far as I'm concerned, that's like, we're Xbox users, and that's like Sony saying, okay, well we're going to come out with an app that you can use on Xbox, but you don't get your achievements and stuff on there, but you can play your game. You know what I mean? It's like people built up their Steam trophies or achievements or whatever the hell is on there, and they want to play their stuff on there. Yeah, and then you're like Microsoft is making them switch over to use something.
But what if you could link your Xbox Live with your Steam, right, and combine the achievements? So if the Steam users buy it from the Xbox store, it will still add to their achievements.
I don't know.
That's two different. That's completely two different ecosystems, though.
Yeah. I look like this because the games that are on PC, they have to be coded with achievements. They have to be coded with trophies. That won't happen. And you're not going to have a Steam store per se on your Xbox One. So why would you buy a game from the Microsoft, and you can buy the game from Steam for $4? That's kind of shooting yourself in the foot. Yeah. Like I said, Microsoft, they got to thread a thin line of what they're going to do here because, for all honesty, if you can put the Steam app on your cell phone and buy games, you know what I mean? So, or whatever the case may be. Or you may have a bullshit rig that can properly run the games, possibly, maybe, and be able to stream it to your console. Like, I don't know what the fuck they're going to do. It's all over.
You know what they're going to do? You're going to be able to stream Windows 10 games to your Xbox One. Boom. I solved the fucking riddle. That's all you're going to be able to do. It's not going to be a big deal because Microsoft thinks that
this shit. Maybe, like I said, maybe they will allow you to stream your whatever's on your Windows 10 PC, stream it to your console.
They're not going to. I don't think they're going to allow the Steam stuff like what
I wouldn't put it past them where they're going, bro.
I don't know, man.
Speaking of riddles or everything, I think I solved one myself. You know the reason why the Xbox One price has gone down a little bit is because they took away the headset of every bundle. Every time you go out to the store and buy a new bundle, you're not going to see that headset there.
Oh, that's just cheaping out, Microsoft. Time to do a video about that shit.
Oh, what? Oh, what? They took away the what?
They took out the headset.
Yeah, they took away that. That's why it's cheaper right now.
Oh.
Wow, that's chintzy.
Oh,
that's chintzy.
Sony give you that little fucking shit. Sony.
Yeah, that's still in the box that I have, but still, dude, like Microsoft like built up Xbox Live with that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand that. That's pretty terrible in my opinion. But anyway,
but you guys are forgetting something. It's actually not that terrible at all. The whole idea is now comes with a 3.5mm jack. Everybody's got a fucking set of heads. That thing that they give you is no better than anything you have at all. Even if you made something out of fucking guitar string, is better than that.
Yeah, I mean, I used
some people don't have headsets though. Some people are unfortunate. Yeah. I'm saying so. But at least give it. You know what I mean? It's not even costing them anything.
Look, the name of the game right now is get the cost down. If somebody doesn't have a 3.5mm jack headset right now, like then they're not gamers either. Like who the fuck doesn't have one of those things? Every iPhone comes with one. Every phone comes with one. Like who the fuck doesn't have a headset? Like you're crazy. Like I actually think that's a smart move. That's part of the reason of redesigning the controller. So I don't really think it's I don't think that's a big deal.
Well, how much is the Xbox One right now then? The headset.
I think it's $299. I think it's.
Well, how much does that headset cost? Is it like $25?
$25, yeah.
I mean, if you buy it separately, but I mean, like
you can go buy a headset like that at like a $5 store.
What I'm saying, like, is that really is it really confirmed? Like, if you go buy a brand new, like, if I were to buy the Quantum Break bundle, that doesn't come with a headset.
I haven't heard that.
My boy Jay Long told me, shout out to him. He actually told me, and I saw his video, and I was like, holy shit. And there's a few people I know who bought an Xbox One brand new from some of these stores like Walmart, Best Buy, Target. They all told me the same thing. It doesn't come with a headset.
Okay.
Maybe a defective line. Maybe they didn't get in. I don't know. I mean, that's kind of. I mean, I get what Mooch is saying about it.
I have 2 Xbox Ones, and both of those headsets are literally still in the cellophane wrap. So
right. I mean, I get what you're saying, where it's like, hey, you can just plug in your own headset now, but like not including a headset when like it's supposed to be a social gaming thing, like network. Like that kind of seems really strange.
Yeah, that's all I was saying too. Like, remember the backlash when they weren't including it originally? Like with the Xbox One, it was like $4.99 for the console, and then you weren't getting a headset at all. And then they were like, okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and.
Can you imagine everybody, if they stuck to that, and everybody, you can only talk on Xbox Live with Kinect.
Oh my God!
I don't. You know what? Like, I know there's a lot of people. I don't mean to take shots at anybody, but like Microsoft and I think Phil and Yabara and them guys, they need to cut off that feature where you could party chat through the Kinect. They need to cut that off in the next update or something, man. Disable fucking Kinect. So the only way you could talk to people is if you have a mic.
I mean, I agree with you, but that's never going to happen.
Man.
I know. Hey, next gen, there's somebody in the comments asking when are you going to start doing debates on your channel, like you said.
I gotta find someone to fucking accept the challenge. Who they want me to debate?
Black Buster Critic.
Oh, he don't want no more. Listen, I love that, man. End of the day, like as long as it's done respectfully.
You're 2-0 with that guy, right?
Yeah, only one time.
Okay, the one time.
Yeah, but whoever, anybody, if you don't have to have a huge channel. Like I said, don't come with the bullshit. We can all agree to disagree, but I don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whoever.
All right. Well, you know what? I want to wrap this up because we've been going for damn near 2 hours. So I appreciate everybody coming on. Rand, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it.
Hold on.
No problem.
Man, hey, listen, I need to get up with you. I'm gonna ask you a question, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
No problem.
And Mooch, thanks as always.
Hey, anytime, buddy. I'm here.
What do you got, man? You got.
This weekend we got Zaire.
Yes.
The Zodfather is going to be on. I got
Make sure he's not playing Street Fighter during the beginning.
My bad.
I'll be hitting you up all Friday, Z. We'll have you on there.
Just let me know. I'm in the house.
Yeah, we got to talk. We're gonna get the real edition this week on Crossfire. 6
Well, that's
PM.
gonna be good. That's gonna be a good Crossfire then.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll be tuning in. So definitely, I always do. Sometimes I'm occasionally against.
Shout out to Hip Hop Gamer. Woohoo!
Shout out to Hip Hop.
Woohoo! And Iron Wolf, thanks, man. You got anything to close with?
Just keep it Xbox, man.
Keep it Xbox. Keep it Windows.
Phoenix.
Yes, keep it X. Hey, don't expect anything big tomorrow unless something. Only the biggest of outlets are actually going there tomorrow.
Let's go.
So I wouldn't expect anything to break. So rack it up, and we'll catch you guys next week. Thanks for watching.
All right, let's go.